Okay, part 2. The significance of you collaborating with these other people is going to be that you will for the first time experience what it's like to collaborate or work with people who have the ability to give you just as much as you can give them. And that's going to be something new for you. There's never really been a perfect balance with the majority of people around you. And so it was always like, at the end of the day, you felt like you had to protect yourself, stand up for yourself, and nobody else would do that for you. So that's all this red is, like the root chakra, like this energy of needing to feel safe and stable, but only looking to yourself for that, because whoever you looked for to bring you that, they didn't. And so you realize you had to bring it for yourself. But now you're going to be meeting people who help bring you this stability. And it's only because you've learned how to have that all on your own. But you're not meant to forever. It's just you needed to learn that you could. It's kind of like someone being stranded on an island for a month and then they get rescued. They weren't meant to be on that island stranded forever. They just were meant to learn that they could, and that they could survive, and that everything they learned about themselves in that time is why that was all meant to happen. So that's kind of like, for you, you were meant to be on your own and be alone in certain situations where you had to figure it out all by yourself, just so you could learn that you could, and that you could depend on yourself in spirit, and that you would never need anyone or anything else. Now that you've learned that, other people can come in and help bring this safety to you, and the security and the sense of really trust and belonging in a community also, whatever that community is. So your life is also going to shift a lot internally as far as how you respond to stressful situations or overwhelming situations. You're going to notice that you have a much more relaxed and like your approach is not going to be coming from the part of your brain that's the fight or flight. It's going to be coming from the part that you're only able to tap into when you're calm. No matter the situation, you're going to be able to think clearly, think logically, connect to your emotions. You're going to be, everything's going to feel not slower, but you're going to feel so much more present. And like, you're not just rushing from one moment to the next. Life is not going to feel like one moment to the next. It's just going to feel like this moment. And it's always this moment. And then you're going to start remembering more of your childhood if you don't. And if you do, you're going to remember specific things that you didn't think you remember, like specific ways you felt. You know how children have these really deep thoughts, like who knows what babies are even thinking about, or like before kids can really communicate, you know, they're still having these really high level spiritual experiences of the world because they're not so disconnected from it. So it's like you're going to be tapping into that part of you, that younger part of you that was so aligned and connected to spirit and to source, and you're going to be remembering those things and remembering those feelings. And you're only able to tap into that because you had to be calm enough to reach, it's like that version of you is really protected, and your energy had to be calmed down enough to not disturb it. So the last two I'm going to take together, and this could have significance for you that this is chewed up by a dog, by the way, is how it happened. A little dog. Actually, no, there's not a dog in this, just a black cat. I thought one of these cards did have a dog. Never mind. Anyway, black cats could be significant for you, or a black cat that maybe has passed on, or a black animal, doesn't have to be a cat. So you're in this transition period physically, like you've already energetically transitioned, but it's like this physical part is now finally making the transition. So, and it's like I was talking about that inner child, and it's like they're offering this wisdom, this cup of truth of, like I was talking about from the beginning, the cup, like love being the truth and that being connected. And so it's like that's what your inner child is holding for you, and you're stepping, and you're seeing for the first time, and it's like you just came through this portal. So you're not going to feel any need to control or force or be like in charge or in demand or anything like that, because you're going to just feel so trusting and also so abundant. There's not going to be any lack or I have to get this before someone else does. There's no competition. Everything just feels lighter and less tight and tense. It's like if before the energy almost had you in a straitjacket, but there was wraps going every way, like pulling in all different directions, it's all loose now, and it's like you can move and you're not being pulled and stretched in all these different ways and directions with all this tension. And you could also start to notice your body loosening up and tension in your body that maybe you've had for a long time just going away. Someone has been having migraines, and it's because of tension in a certain spot in your neck. I'm feeling it like a little bit lower than the base of your neck, kind of on the right side. So there's been some type of pinched nerve or something that it's like the root cause was tension pulling on this nerve or this tendon, and it's been causing migraines. So that is going to start to go away. You're going to notice. So whatever the case may be, your health is going to improve, and anything health related to stress or anxiety is going to improve. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you next time.